Anna Nicole Smith. A name that instantly brings images of fame, controversy, and beauty. She was one of the most talked about celebrities in the world, and her life was anything but ordinary. But there is one part of her story that keeps people curious even today. Her bold and revealing photo shoots. Some of her photos left very little to the imagination, and people still discuss them years later. So, who was Anna Nicole Smith, and what made these pictures so talked about? Let us find out. Anna Nicole Smith was born Vicki Lynn Hogan in 1967 in Texas. She did not start life in Hollywood or with fame. Her early life was simple, but she had big dreams. She wanted to be noticed, and she did that in a way that grabbed everyone's attention. Her tall figure, blonde hair, and bright smile made her stand out from the crowd. Soon, she became a model and started appearing in magazines. But it was not just her looks, it was the way she carried herself in front of the camera. Confident, bold, and sometimes shocking, she had a way of making people stop and look. In the 1990s, Anna became more than just a model. She was everywhere. People could not get enough of her story. She went from small modeling jobs to being the face of big magazines. One of the most famous was Playboy. She became a playmate, and her pictures pushed boundaries. They were daring, and some could say they were too revealing for the time. But she did not hold back. Every photo seemed to tell a story, sometimes playful, sometimes bold, but always her. These photos did not just show beauty, they showed confidence. Anna Nicole Smith made it clear that she was not afraid to express herself. Each picture was carefully posed, designed to grab attention and make people talk. Some people loved them, some criticized them. But there was no ignoring her. She had a way of making herself unforgettable, and that is why even years later, these images are still discussed online. Many of her images were taken at a time when showing this much skin was still shocking. Anna was bold enough to challenge ideas of what was acceptable. She did not try to hide her body or her choices. Instead, she embraced them fully. That is part of what made her special. People saw someone who lived on her own terms. And for many fans that was inspiring. Not because of the pictures themselves, but because she had the courage to be herself no matter what anyone thought. But Anna Nicole Smith's life was not just about modeling. She was also known for her personal life, her marriages, and her appearances on television. All of this made her even more famous. And sometimes it made her life very public. People did not just talk about her photos, they talked about everything in her life. And that made every new photo even more interesting to the public. It is also important to remember that fame can be a double-edged sword. With so many eyes on her, Anna faced a lot of pressure. She had supporters and critics alike. Some people thought she was too daring. Others admired her for being fearless. Her revealing photo shoots were often part of this debate. They were not just pictures, they were moments that showed how she handled being in the spotlight. Some say it was bravery, some say it was part of her struggle. Either way, it made her story unforgettable. Even though Anna Nicole Smith passed away in 2007, her images continue to be shared and discussed. They remind people of a moment in history when she was at the center of the public eye. Her photos may have shocked some, but they also captured a person who lived without fear of judgment. That is why people still search for them, still talk about them, and still remember her. She left a mark on the world, not just as a model, but as a personality who was not afraid to be noticed. So, why do her photos leave such a lasting impression? Maybe it is because they show confidence, boldness, and a willingness to break the rules. Maybe it is because they remind us that fame is complicated, and being famous comes with both attention and judgment. Or maybe it is just because Anna Nicole Smith knew how to capture a moment that people could not forget. Whatever the reason, her images are more than just pictures. They are part of her story, part of her life, and part of how the world remembers her. Anna Nicole Smith's life was full of highs and lows, but her photo shoots are a window into her confidence and her personality. They tell us something important. Being yourself, even when the world is watching, is always powerful. Her story continues to fascinate people, and her photos, bold as they are, remain a part of that story forever. Do you think Anna Nicole Smith changed the way we see modeling and fame? Comment below and share your thoughts.